Hello and welcome back to our continued adventures on the Let's Defend platform. Today we are going to continue with the third of 4 of the IR beta exercises. We are tackling SOC128 malicious file upload attempt, event ID 97, that occurred July 31st, 2021 at 10:12 a.m. So let's see, this looks like this affects the system called web server. Directory /var www html file name webshell.php. All right, so let us do the needful. So we got web server, and I'm fairly certain that we're still not going to see anything that occurred. Yes, this is all still in May of 2021, which is fine. I hadn't seen any sort of update come through that all this stuff had been expanded upon, but that's fine. So, okay, let's go ahead and get a connection going. Maybe. Okay, so we are in. So I guess let's go ahead and take a look. So what is it? var www html. Let's see. So we got index. This looks like what, the default Debian? Yeah, let's see. Can I increase the text here to make it a little bit easier for everybody at home? That looks like that's coming through bigger. Hooray! We got, so let's do cat index PHP. Upload your files, multi-part action upload.php method post. We don't know where it came from, except we have a upload.php shoved in here. Somebody apparently missed that. Upload your files, multi-part form data, upload.php post. Dot dot dot. Into the uploads. Okay, so, and then if we look at uploads, and we do the same thing as before, ls Lisa NH, we get a C99, a JPEG, a PNG, and a web shell, which is the web shell that was the problem. So I guess let's do md5 sum c99.php. And let's see. So easy enough to determine, given just the scans show that it is a. Here, let's make that bigger. Make it easier. This is weird. That it is a PHP backdoor because it is detected by 41 of 58 engines. I mean, come on. If ClamIV can pick up that it's something, I mean, that you know that it's got to be something. Something very well known. And if we go back and we perform the same thing, so md5 sum web shell.php, Let's just make sure. I got a couple of different virus total windows open. Charlie 84. Charlie 84. Okay. Yes, and this is HTML, but only a few things pick it up. Tencent, ESET, Icarus. Of course, yeah, a couple moments ago. Yeah, it was just about a week ago. Let's see. Okay, let's find the bicycles. Let's see, that's a motorcycle. That's not a bicycle. But it claims to be HTML. Okay, so can we cat web shell.php? Echo base server, focus, CMD, get. Yeah, so there's not a whole heck of a lot there. And I suppose we can do like a cat c99.php. Holy crap. So much text. So much base 64. I mean, God, I wish I had a way to copy these files off the system. Go through and have some fun with these. Although, to be fair, I do believe I have heard of C99 before. But let's see. So did we get an updated? Yes, this is a current scan. Still same 4 engines detected. Okay, so we know the what. How about the why and how? I mean, I have to imagine it's going to be something just as simple as, oh yeah, we found upload.php, and let's go ahead and pop in a web shell, and we'll go from there. Oh, I didn't realize. C99 shell, edited by Militants, php shell.in. Huh, interesting. So let's see, do we see anything weird? I mean, weirder than normal. I mean, we got the Apache stuff, so it's all started, which we would kind of expect in order to, you can't sit there and use any of that stuff if the web server's not running. I mean, just anything that looks weird. Not so much. Okay, that is fine. We will make do. All right, so we are gonna look for, or we have to look in the Apache logs then for our good stuff. So, what is it? Var log Apache 2 access. Oh, I guess it would kind of help if I would say var, not vart, or vat. All right, and we're running it through a grep for 200. So we've got what? From 46.104.40.169 went through post to upload, and then we start seeing get from uploads, and then we see mention of the web shell .php command who am I, print working directory, cat etc password uname A, which I think gives you like the kernel now or kernel version, everything else like that. ls command. Net Systems Research studies the availability of various services across the internet. Our website is netsystemsresearch.com. Interesting. It's all within the time frame. But what I would be interested in is, instead of that, how about C99? Much less. Still the same IP address, 46.104.40.169. It looks like so they ran it. So the question is, would we see a post? So can we do this? Can't make reference to that, but we can reference 169. We can grep for post. And then how many times did we see post go? We saw it twice. Post, upload PHP. So it was 10, 11, and 1 second, 10, 11, and 55 seconds. So they post at 1 second after, they get C99 8 seconds after, they get C99 10 seconds after, so maybe they had issues. Then they do a post again at 55 seconds after. And then, so we're looking at all this stuff here in conjunction. And so if we look at 55, yeah, so they did that, they get uploads, and then exactly at 12 we see web shell. So how about this? How many times do we end up seeing post slash upload.php? Let's put it in a whole string, double quote. Okay, 943 from a 17640 37 158. But that looks like they're I mean, the timing makes me think that it is the 46.104.40.169 and not. I mean, it happened the same day, but it's a couple hours early. Okay, so let's do this then. Show me everything that makes mention of the 17640 37 158. Holy crap. Okay, I'm going to be searching for a little bit, but that's okay. So they get Ubuntu logo, fave icon. So far, so good. This seems just like a general, okay, yeah, we're browsing here. Info PHP. Get. Post upload. So, I mean, they're uploading something. So the question is there a log that would correspond with what the hell gets uploaded? Of course, technically, okay, let's just run through this. So they're doing, so it looks like they're trying to put something up there. post, get. Blank.gif. Back.gif. I'm not seeing anything on here that, yeah, image2.gif, except, yeah. I am fairly certain it is going to end up being that 46. So let's do the usual then. Maybe. Possibly. Let's see. Turk, Telecom, Poor Email Rep, Neutral Web Rep. They're on a blacklist. Dynamic IPs. At one point in 2019, it was bots along with dynamic IPs. How about OTX? Nothing on the IP address. IP void on one blacklist. Barracuda reputation. So all in all, not necessarily bad crap. Oh yeah, I was sitting there looking at that. So if we take that and dump it into just VT just for, yeah, nothing's got a problem with it. At least that they're aware of, but it seems to fit. Somebody using a clean IP. Yeah. So that was probably that or the 176 address, maybe doing something with this. Does the time frame roughly match up? 9:55, yeah, more than likely. So C99 and web shell then should belong to 46, 104, 40, 169. Hooray. Okay, so we've got some of the timestamps there. Sudo ls. There was a couple of other files in there, wasn't there? Logs, Apache 2. Or is it just var log? Yeah, error and access. So do sudo cat error.log. MACR, same thing, 46, 104, 40, 169. Client. Okay, so it looks like they were able to get, yeah, so C99 was uploaded and it looks like it failed. So they ran it twice, it failed. At least according to that. And then we don't see any sort of mention of web shell, so that apparently worked. So C99 must have been their preferred. And then here's our 176. Trying to move. Okay, so let's do this. And then let's just do grep for C99. What do we get? We get just the failed, which would kind of be expect. And then how about any sort of mention of web shell? Nothing. Okay, well, I mean, that is what it is. What was the other one? Other something, something, something. Other vhosts. Oh, must be empty then. Okay, so we have the error caught. Let me see, do I have that in my giant stack of notes for this exercise? I've been kind of pausing and grabbing everything just to run through so I can just kind of stop this. And it's not cut and paste, but it's the whole error log. Okay, that's fine though. We should go through and check to the, oh, what is it? The auth log. Just to make sure. Oops. It's like I just kept some quick and dirty references from earlier exercises, just not including the full path. Let's see. Of course, with the web shell, they don't really need to do a whole heck of a lot. Because I am not seeing, all right, now here's the question. All the questions. None of the answers. What if we grep for 46.104, 40, 169? Nothing. But if you got the web shell, then you don't really need to sit there and try working or logging in with that. Okay, so I think we got the what, we have what looks like the how, and the why is anybody's guess because they can. So let's see as to whether or not if I just really screw the pooch on this one. I'm sure it's going to come back down to the whole MITRE framework again to answer questions. But that is what it is, and it's not what it's not. So let's start the playbook. Yes, we've done that. Not valid accounts, not supply chain, not phishing, not none. So it's either exploit public-facing application or external remote services, which if I remember correctly, that would probably be exploit public-facing application because that was the uploads.php. Because external remote services would be VPNs, Citrix, things like that. So I'm going to say exploit public-facing application. We'll see as to whether or not if I get any of these right. What's the persistent method? Web shell. Privilege escalation. So did we see, I mean, we seen LS, LSLA, but no, it doesn't look like it. It does not look like it at all, at least as far as I can see. I could very well be wrong. Credential. May attempt to dump credentials to obtain account, login, and credential material. Ah, okay. That we do, or did see, did we not? Because that would have been the whole at 10, 12, and 9 seconds, the whole command equals cat etc pass WD. Yeah. And it was 200, so it wasn't like it was 404, so that looks like that would have been. So I'm going to say OS credential dumping. Add artifacts. Well, realistically, actually, no, we do have everything that we need. We have the IP address. So it would be a whole thing of, okay, let's, oh crap, no, go back. No! Crap. That, web shell, no, OS credential dumping, we have that. I need 2 more. Because I'm going to have MD5 hashes from all that. So this would be c99.php, and then just the simple web shell.php. So we go back and we need the MD5 from C99. Because if we're going to do this, let's do this right. We grab the web shell, grab that, put that together. Now we've got what we need. Attacker abused upload.php to upload c99.php and web shell.php. C99 errored out, but web shell. What did we have? We had oh wait, why do I don't have to actually wonder about that. You can just sit there, grab this, and then cleaner out. If I can get my mouse to cooperate. Yeah. All right, so we'll just pop this down. All right, so let's do this. And we're just gonna back this out. And now we just clean this up. And then we will have everything built out to the point where we need it. I suppose I could probably have gone through and just paused it and pulled this stuff together, but and then that's the actual execution from that. Do I really need that? No, because we have who am I, print working directory, cat, etc password. There. So let's see if I did better finally on the third attempt. Or third exercise, I guess I should say, as opposed to the first two where I think, I got nothing right for the MITRE framework for the first exercise. I got one right, I think, on the second exercise. Let's see as to whether or not if we're changing this around. That is a true positive. Consider system compromised. Nuke and pave. Change passwords. And restrict access to upload.php. Let's see, so I got the result right. Well, I guess that's better. I mean, 3 of the MITRE framework portions appropriate. So I said it was what for the initial access? I said exploit public facing application. So are they telling me that it would have been remote services? I mean, it wasn't a VPN, it wasn't Citrix, it wasn't a it wasn't phishing, wasn't supply chain, wasn't trusted relationship, wasn't a valid account. I don't know if I necessarily believe that, but I think I will probably raise the question because of everything I am fairly certain. Yeah, see? Public facing application. These applications are often websites but include databases like SQL, standard services like what is it? Server message block, SSH, SNMP. Well, it was a website that was the problem. I don't know. I'll raise the question and we'll see is this might be one of the things where since this is all beta, they've got something else selected, but I'm not going to sit there and tear them a new one. It's beta. Oh, wait. I can close this now. And let's terminate the session. Because I'm assuming all this stuff is spinning up on like AWS or something else like that, and I don't really want to run up their bill while I'm going through and doing this stuff. Be the nice neighbor concept. So with all that put together, then I will get the notes. Oh, look at that. We're at less than an hour. I guess, all the low severity ones are nicer. Easier to run through. Then all we've got is one thing left. Suspicious FTP connections. That'll be the next one. So unknown successful logins to FTP. I couldn't find the source of the problem. Because you have FTP open to everything and you're not firewalled off to only the IP addresses that would actually need access, but whatever. We'll deal with that later. So I'll get everything put together, and actually, at the current time, just a little bit before noon, Central Standard, I'll be able to have this go out for a Saturday 5 p.m. release. I think it's usually been Sunday that the stuff's been coming out, but I really should really try to find the actual time to get more of this put together. Yeah. By the way, this will probably just be ranting moving forward here for the rest of the video. So obviously, I'm not going to be hurt if you don't want to listen to me talk in regards to any of this stuff. So that's entirely fine. No fuss, no muss. um, I will go back. I will raise the question in regards to this particular exercise, and we'll just see what shakes out. Could it be that on the back end they've got something else selected, or maybe there's no way to actually get that, or maybe it's a none. I don't know. Wait, credential access? Not the initial? Oh, now I'm going to want to go back and play the video to see as to what. Oh, because I said OS credential dumping. Which would be etc password and shadow. Okay, well, I guess it's good to know that I got the initial access portion right. It's just credential access. That would be the problem. Okay, so regardless, I'll still sit there and bring that up to them since that would be what? TA0006.008. etc password and etc shadow. But because it got a 200, not a 404 or anything else like that. Regardless. So if that ended up being correct and it was just something that was wrong on the back end, I will drop a note. If you go through and you have access to this and you go through and follow this and you think I'm right, don't be too hard on them. Again, this is beta. So, I don't think I really have anything else to rant at. No clouds to yell at. Old man yells at clouds. Anyway, so I will see everybody in the next video. I don't think that there have been any more of the standard exercises that have been released. And I think I still have that print nightmare exercise in the DFIR portion to go through and do. Um, as a channel note, I do also understand that I have left open the OSINT exercise on Cyber Defenders. I haven't forgotten about that. Really, I need a cloner or need to be independently wealthy where I can just work on this stuff and not actually have to worry about doing the typical 9 to 5 aspect. But yeah, it is what it is. So with that, I will see everyone in the next video.